Hi, today I'm going to talk to you about using library databases to find economics journal articles for your economics course. First thing you're going to want to do is to go to the library website, rrcc.edu/library-services. The library website's your best friend when it comes to doing academic research. To get started finding journal articles, you're going to go over to the green box on the left-hand side and go 3 options down to the Find Articles tab. The Find Articles page has all of our databases listed by subject. Most of the databases that I'm going to recommend you use for this assignment are found under General. For the purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to use Academic Search Complete, which is a large general database. After you enter your S number and password, you'll come to the Academic Search Complete homepage. The first thing I suggest you do would be to choose an advanced search option, which is found under the main search bar, 3 tabs over. The advanced search option is nice because it allows you to structure your search in a way that the database will understand. Databases work differently from Google. In Google, you can enter a complete search string with as many search terms as you like. In a database, you have to divide your search terms up. Advanced search lets you do that, and it also lets you effectively use Boolean operators, which is something you have to use while searching in a database. Boolean operators are terms that you stick between subject search terms, and Boolean operators allow the database to understand exactly what you're looking for. These Boolean operators are and, or, and not. So the first one, and, connects 2 concepts and puts them together in a search. It lets the database know that you're looking for articles with both of those subjects. So for an example, Hayek and economic theory, or in a separate search, Keynes and economic theory, lets the database know that you're looking for articles with both Hayek and economic theory, or you're looking for articles with both Keynes and economic theory. The next Boolean operator, or, operates in a way that tells the database that you're looking for either this or that. So for example, you could structure a search as Hayek or Keynes and economic theory. Or also works well when you're trying to use like subject terms. Like for example, Keynes and Keynesian theory are alike. So therefore you could type in your search Keynes or Keynesian theory and economics. Or tells the database you're looking for this or that, and it will bring back articles with either Hayek or Keynes, for an example. Not tells the database that you're trying to eliminate things from your search results. So for example, if you have too many Hayek articles and you can't find any Keynes articles, you might want to structure your search as Keynes, not Hayek, and economic theory. That just tells the database, hey, I'm done with Hayek for now, I'm only looking for Keynes. So let's do a little searching. I'm going to go ahead and write Keynes in the first box. Now I'm going to change the Boolean operator here to or, and I'm going to put in Keynesian, sorry, I can't spell, Keynesian economics, and then just put in this simple term economics, and then hit search. So as you can see, this brought up 5,000 articles. Now you probably don't have the kind of time that would allow you to go through and look at 5,000 different articles. But one way that you can hack this situation is to go over to the left-hand side of the screen where Limit To is listed. Under Limit To, go down and choose Scholarly Peer-Reviewed Journals. Choosing scholarly peer-reviewed journals eliminates any type of source material that is not a scholarly peer-reviewed journal. And scholarly peer-reviewed journal basically means it's been examined by some experts who have gone ahead and given the thumbs up. This is a good time to talk about source type. So in this assignment, you're going to be looking for scholarly sources, obviously. But this is important to understand what a scholarly source is. So a scholarly source is generally written by an academic, a scientist, or an expert. It's for academics or students. And for the most part, it's gone through a peer review process. Like I just said, 2 to 3 experts in the field have gone over it and they've given it the thumbs up, says that it's credible. So these usually come out every 6 months to a year, so a lot less frequently than a newspaper, for example. And you might find an article like this in JSTOR, which I'll show you towards the end of this video. What you're not looking for in this assignment would be a popular source. Popular source was usually written by a journalist, and it's for the general public, and it comes out, daily, weekly, monthly even. An example of a popular source might be a newspaper article from the New York Times or the Washington Post or the Denver Post, etc. This is not technically a scholarly source. You can use it in some instances, but for this assignment, you're not going to want an article from a newspaper. Like I said, you're going to want to choose a scholarly source. So going back to our search, we have done that by choosing scholarly peer-reviewed journal articles here. So that still leaves us with 4,000 different articles to look at. So another thing that you can do to limit your search is to toggle the date range. So say you're not looking for articles from 1957, you might be, but let's pretend you're not. Toggle the date range to a range that's more reasonable, like maybe 2000 for an example. So again, this limits the results that were shown. A third thing that you could do would be to limit your source type. So again, like I just showed you, we're looking for academic journal articles, scholarly sources. So you can go over here to source type and select academic journals. That would eliminate everything that's not an academic journal. Like for example, a book review is probably not going to be very useful for this assignment. So you might as well go ahead and eliminate them from your search. There's also a lot of other limiters that you could use, and I suggest that you mess around with them if you like. But for the purposes of this demonstration, we'll leave it at that. So we're still at 3,000 articles, but we can begin to start to look at the top search results and see if anything pops out at us. So for example, if this article seems like something that you might be interested in, click the title. This will bring you to the main article page. The first thing that I suggest doing would be to go down to the abstract and read it. An abstract basically is a summary paragraph about what is found in the article. Now, reading an abstract is not a substitute for reading the full article. The abstract doesn't even come close to providing the amount of information that is found in the article. You should only read the abstract when you're trying to decide if this is an article that you are interested in using. You still should read the full article once you decide that this is what you want. To reiterate, read the full article. Okay, so if this strikes your fancy and you're going to use this article after reading the abstract, my next suggestion is to go up to PDF full text. Clicking PDF full text literally gives you access to the article. This is the article itself. So one thing that you could do from this screen is to print it. If you have a printer at home, or say you're in the library doing this assignment, if you wanted to, you could go ahead and print it from this page. One thing that you're also going to need to do for this assignment is to download it. That's because you have to send the library your article to get it verified for if it's a scholarly peer-reviewed source. So once you download the article, save it under something that you're going to remember it by, and then you can go back to it. You can read it as many times as you want, and you can also attach it to an email. Once you've downloaded your article, my next suggestion would be to go ahead and cite it. Citing it during this part of the process makes your life a little bit easier because now you have the citation, you don't have to go back and do it later. So one way to do that would be to go to the toolbar on the right-hand side. Go 4 options down and choose Email. The email option allows you to email the citation and a full text PDF of the article to yourself. So go ahead, enter your own email address and go over to citation format and choose the type of citation format that you need. For example, it's got APA, Chicago, MLA, and all different types of options. So go ahead and email yourself the citation that you want. Another way you can get a quick citation is to go down to the Cite option, which is 2 options down on the right-hand toolbar. Go ahead and click Cite. From here, you can see the citations in various types of formats. So for example, if you're using APA, you can literally copy the APA citation and paste it somewhere else for your own use. One final thing that you might want to know how to do is to properly save a permalink for the article. Now, databases work very differently from websites. So you cannot, I repeat, you cannot use the link in the web browser bar. These change about every 10 minutes, so if you try to use this link, you'll never be able to get back to your article. Instead, what you have to do is to use a permalink. To get the article's permalink, go over to the right-hand toolbar and click the permalink option, which is below Email and Cite. You will find the permalink that will allow you to get back to the article in the green box next to the permalink and the little chain link icon. This is the link that you want to save. I repeat, don't use this link, use this link. Saving the permalink will let you get back to the article whenever you like. So for this assignment, the databases that I'm going to suggest for you are general databases. One of these was Academic Search Complete, which I used in my demonstration, and it's found under the General tab on the Find Articles page. Another one is Hein Online, which you can find under the Law and Government tab on the Find Articles page. Hein Online is going to bring back a different variety of sources than you might find on Academic Search Complete. Third suggestion is to use JSTOR, which is another very large general database that definitely has economics articles. A fourth option could be Gale Academic OneFile, which is another general database. One final strategy that I do recommend is to use the Search Everything option. The Search Everything option is again found under the Find Articles page, and it is the first option at the top of the page. What Search Everything is that it's a search option that goes through all of our databases at the same time. It operates exactly like Academic Search Complete, so you can again choose Advanced Search. And again, you can input your terms. If you need to add terms, just hit the little plus box. Going into individual databases is really nice because the results are more manageable, but Search Everything also is a good strategy to use. Either way will work, it's just trying the one that feels best for you. All right, well, I hope this was helpful, and if you still need more help, you can book a librarian. To book a librarian, go to the Library Services homepage, go down to the green box and click on the Book a Librarian link. You can also go down to the bottom of the page and look for this little purple person right here and click on that to book a librarian appointment. When you book a librarian appointment, we'll sit down with you for 20 or 30 minutes and we'll actually go through the search with you so that we can ensure that you find the correct resources that are scholarly peer reviewed and that you can complete this assignment. Another thing you could try, if you still need help, would be to ask a librarian. Ask a Librarian is a 24-hour chat. So if you're just having a minor issue with your search, like for example, you don't know how to figure out one little aspect, you could ask a librarian for help. So go ahead and type in your question and somebody will help you in real time. So like I said, I hope this is useful. And if you need more help, please reach out and book a librarian. Have a great day.